Do you know one thing? There are only three types of balance sheets. You take any company's balance sheet, it should be one of these three, right? So let me show you three types of balance sheets: a company A, a company B, a company C. Company A is a type of company where the short-term uses, you can say that current assets are equals to a current liabilities. So the current ratio of this company is total current assets divided by current liabilities is 1. By disposing these short-term uses, current assets, they can clear the current liabilities. And a type of company that is B, here the total current ratio is 20 divided by 10. The current assets divided by current liabilities, or you can say short-term sources. So what is the ratio here? 2. It means to say, when short-term liabilities are expecting to repay, you can use these short-term uses to pay short-term debts, right? That's very easy because you have 2 rupees to pay a 1 rupee. So you can easily pay 1 rupee out of these 2 rupees. That's a good thing. And when we talk about, see, the current ratio, short-term uses, current assets divided by current liabilities, and this company is in danger to pay 1 rupee. This company have only 0.67 in their current assets. So there can be only 3 types. Why only 3 types of balance sheets are possible? We try to understand them in a cleaner process. So let's begin the thing. The core framework: sources versus uses. So from where the funds are coming into the business is sources. It can be classified into 2 types: long-term sources and short-term sources. And then we have the uses, and where you are putting these borrowed money in uses. Uses also classified into 2 types: long-term uses and short-term uses. That's fine. Let us understand the terms first. What is short-term source? A liability payable within 1 year. You borrowed something from someone and that has to be repaid within 1 year is a short-term source. What is long-term source? You borrowed something from someone, but the liability can be cleared even after 1 year. The liability payable after 1 year is a long-term source. Then what is short-term use? An asset convertible to a cash within 1 year, that is short-term uses, or you can say current assets. And long-term uses, what is long-term use here? An asset that cannot be converted to cash within 1 year. So first remember this classification and their meaning so that we'll delve deep into the discussion. The big insight: only 3 types exist. Every balance sheet must fall into one of only 3 types regardless of actual numbers. Take any balance sheet, classify items to 4 types: LTS, STS, LTU and STU. When you take a balance sheet, there can be huge numbers. You compress the numbers into 2 types of liabilities and 2 types of assets, and they are LTS, long-term sources, short-term sources, and the assets are long-term uses and the short-term uses. Then it will fit into any one of these balance sheet of 3. Right. So let's look at a company A, that is type A balance sheet is perfect match. If you talk about a company A, they used long-term sources for long-term uses and they used short-term sources to short-term uses. When short-term lenders are expecting money, you can use these short-term uses to repay the debt, right? So what is the current ratio? 1. So when somebody expecting money from you in immediate future, by using these short-term uses, you can easily repay them. So the current ratio here is only 1. But there can be a problem, as we discussed already. Out of these 20 rupees, there can be an inventory. So short-term uses means what? The cash, bank balance, debtor balance and inventory. Remaining 3 can convert into liquid cash immediately, you can pay. But what if out of this 20, if large portion is inventory, this company will be in trouble. So these company A look like structurally perfect match, but this company get into trouble If the lenders are asking money, you have paper assets 20, but inside 20, if the large amount is from inventory, you cannot give inventory to the same people from whom you purchased. Imagine in the short-term sources, there is a creditor. At 20 rupees you have to pay, and they are asking you 20 rupees. You have how much again? You also have 20 rupees, but in 20 rupees in which form? In these 20 rupees there can be liquid assets, there can be non-liquid asset. What are the liquid asset? Cash balance, bank balance, debtor balance is a liquid asset. What is a non-liquid asset here? The inventory. Again, to convert the inventory into cash, it may take little cycle to complete. That's reason this company may get into trouble after some time in difficult situations. So structurally, company A is balanced structure, no misuse of funds, no liquidity stress. To pay this 20 rupees, you can use these 20 rupees including inventory, but you have to face a little challenge. Converting your inventory into a cash may take little time. That gap you have to manage properly. Then it will be okay and fine. Then we talk about company C. When we look at company C here, company C have long-term sources 70. Long-term uses are 80 rupees. To acquire assets, the long-term sources are not sufficient, so company C utilized its short-term sources to buy long-term uses. Once again, let me recap. The company C borrowed long-term sources 70, and they need to buy some machinery, and the machinery cost is how much? Let's take an example, 80 rupees that machinery is going to use in the production. So to buy that machinery, because you don't have long-term sources sufficiently, this company utilized short-term money for long-term uses. That's the reason when they acquire short-term 30 rupees, the short-term uses they acquire is only 20 rupees, because the extra 10 rupees funded for long-term uses. They have taken 13 short-term but funded 10 rupees to long-term. That's the reason there is a dip in the short-term uses. Assume that tomorrow these lenders are expecting money from you. There is some creditor to whom you are supposed to pay 30 rupees, you have to pay them. To pay them, how much money you have in cash is only 20 rupees. So, because when somebody expecting money in near future, to pay 30 rupees, because you have only 20 rupees, you need to again consume the long-term uses. So do you sell your machinery now? If you sell your machinery and clear the debt of 30 rupees, including that 20 and 10 rupees from here, in future, how you run the business? Your business is running on the machinery. If you don't have the machinery, what is the future of your company? Your company will not exist in near future, because you have utilized a short-term sources to fund long-term uses. This company is in big danger. There is no guarantee for this company's future existence. So what is the current ratio here? The current ratio is 0.67. To pay a 1 rupee, the company have cash only 0.67, which is not sufficient. So this company will definitely use the long-term uses to pay short-term. So they will be selling land and buildings, they will be selling furnitures, fixtures. If the land is sold, if the furniture and machinery was sold, there is no guarantee for the company existence in the future. That's the reason A is structurally good, C is in very dangerous situation, long-term sources less than long-term uses, long-term sources less than long-term uses. Therefore, short-term sources greater than short-term uses, short-term sources greater than short-term uses. These companies have liquidity crisis risk, may be forced to sell fixed asset unhealthy financial position, serious red flag, may threaten survival. That's what we discussed just now. What is a good company? You can see here is a company B. Why we are saying company B here is, here what they did is, what is a long-term sources borrowed 90 rupees. Using these 90 rupees, they acquired the assets whatever they needed. That is what LTU. So using out of borrowing in LTS, long-term sources are 90 to acquire the assets. They used only 80 rupees because that 80 rupees is sufficient. Still they have a surplus. That surplus is now put into short-term uses. So they have good working capital, they have good cash, so they can do more with that available cash. Right. Once again, let me confirm. They borrowed long-term sources 90 rupees to acquire long-term uses. But out of 90 rupees, they managed to acquire all the long-term uses within 80 rupees. So still they have a surplus of 10 rupees in long-term sources. So they put into short-term uses. Right, that's fine. So their working capital increased. So they can scale up the business little more compared to company A. Right, it's okay, fine then. So here they borrowed another 10 rupees from short-term sources that is available already in short-term uses. So in the short-term sources, they have short-term uses 10 rupees and extra 10 rupees is actually coming from long-term sources. And if you see the current ratio of this company, what is the current ratio formula? Current assets divided by current liabilities. What does it mean to say 2 rupees? To pay 1 rupee liability, they have 2 rupees in the accounts. So this company is in good position. So this is what you have to understand. So company B is a healthiest type, even better than type A. So very healthy structure, long-term money supports liquidity, maximum financial safety. So you try to look at any company balance sheet, and if you see any big numbers, try to compress them into 4 numbers, and they are LTS, STS, LTU, STU, and it should be only one of these 3 balance sheets you see on screen, right? Thank you.